Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Money Hungry Mama podcast. I am so excited because I have Julia here today. Julia, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia. I'm the owner of SassClass and Little Local Magic more recently.
Oh my gosh. So we have two businesses. Which one do you want to dive into first?
In chronological order, SassClass came first.
Okay, let's do it. So tell us, SassClass. When did this start? What was the story?
So we're actually about to hit 10 years in business in February.
Wow.
It's big. I cannot believe it. It's kind of crazy because the pandemic sort of like split those 10 years in
Mhm.
half. And I feel like pre-pandemic for us was almost like V1 of the business. And then post-pandemic, when we reopened, we were closed for 14 months. Felt like a different, just like iteration or version of the business. I don't think I even mentioned yet what the business is.
Yeah. Yes. Start with that.
Very mysterious. So SassClass is a women's empowerment dance studio. It's located in Midtown Manhattan on 36th
Okay.
Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. And we have classes, workshops, and programs for women and men. It's open to all genders, but the dance styles that we do themselves are just very feminine. So we do attract a lot of women or anyone who is seeking to explore their feminine expression. Um, our most popular dance style is heels, and then we also offer a ton more like hip hop, chair dance, reggaeton, burlesque. Reggaeton has actually been like very up and coming. That one's like really hot right now. We do a little bit of contemporary too for people who are more into those kind of like classical dance styles, but it's super beginner friendly and most of our clients are women who are like 9 to 5 corporate career women or in school, and they're just looking for something to do outside of work that's fun and that's going to help them connect to themselves, connect to other women, feel sexy, feel confident, have fun, get a little workout in, even though that's not like the main point of our classes. But yeah, that's what we are.
This is really fun. So this is the first, like, women studio that I've had on, and I think this is really fun. So, basically, it's just I can't even, like, get over this. So they don't need to be professional dancers. Like, it's literally
No.
like a mom like me can come in and be like, "Hello, I would like to learn."
Yes, absolutely. We've definitely made a name for ourselves as a beginner-friendly dance studio, so we are known for that, and that was something that was really important to me when we were first starting out. I was the original teacher at SassClass, so I taught the classes and the programs and the workshops in that first year in business. And it was really important to me that we were truly beginner friendly because it was really hard to find anything that really was,
Yeah.
especially in a place like New York City. I imagine it's similar in other big cities too, especially like LA, places like that. Because what's called beginner in New York City is not actually beginner. And I know the benefits of dance and how empowering it can be, and as a woman especially, like, how movement can connect you to your feminine.
Mhm.
So, I really wanted something truly beginner, and I'm so glad that it's stayed that way and that the teachers that I've brought on board have kept that culture going.
I love this. Okay, so basically, walk me through though, how did you even think I'm going to start this? Like, I need to understand how you ended up in Manhattan with this beginner dance studio.
I know, right? It's kind of an interesting story. I love talking about it. I'll try to keep it short. I did have a corporate career before I started my business. I quit my career cold turkey, I like to say, like no plan, nothing. I just knew it wasn't aligned. And even though I was having a lot of success in the corporate world, I knew it wasn't where I wanted to keep putting my energy. So
Mhm.
I quit, thought I was going to travel the world forever, got bored of traveling,
Oh my
came back to
gosh.
New York City, signed up for a leadership and personal development program. And in that program, we were eventually in one of the like courses, more like intensive courses, we were tasked with launching a community project. So something that would positively impact a community of our choice. And I knew that I wanted to do something with dance because dance had always been my passion and my hobby. And I thought about like who I wanted to impact. And I wanted to impact just like the everyday modern woman, like the woman who maybe
Mhm.
has never stepped foot into a dance class, the woman who maybe thinks it's too late to do that.
100%.
And so I just thought it was going to be my community project. Like I did not think it was going to be a business. I
Mhm.
maybe secretly hoped it would. But I definitely didn't admit that to myself or anyone. So that's how it started. It started as this community project.
That is really cool. Now, okay, so actually, this past weekend, we went to the Stardust Diner in the city. And for anybody that has never been to the Stardust Diner, it's basically a diner where the waiters and waitresses are trying to get on Broadway or are on Broadway. So they're in New York for classes and music lessons and all of these things. And I literally was sitting there watching them sing and dance like on their, tables and things. And I was sitting there and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wish at one point in my life I had taken like a dance lesson besides being like a super young kid, right? Like to learn how to like do these things. And here you are, like just a couple days later, talking about a studio that you did for people literally like me in their 30s that are just like, dang, like this that looked really fun. I wish I could do a class like that. That's just not intimidating.
Yeah. When we started, Instagram was not even like nearly as big as it is now, but over the years, Instagram, like, with the rise in those viral videos that you see from, like, dancers out in LA, it has
Hmm.
made people even more interested in, like, "Oh, I wanna dance like that, but there's no way that I can," and then it's like, "No, actually, you can." Like, our studio does those exact dance styles that you see in those viral videos, but we're, like, breaking it down at a beginner level and making it
Love it.
accessible. So that's exactly, like, who we're for and what we do.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. So now I feel like you guys have been in business for 10 years, which is wild. I want to tap in to your experience with marketing over the past 10 years. Like how did you start marketing to pivoting to what you think is working best for your business right now?
Oh my gosh, it's actually, like, an interesting time for you to be asking me this because
Love this.
so the very first thing I did first I was just posting on my personal Facebook, like, "Hey, everyone, I'm teaching this dance class." It's a sassy dance class is how I described it, which is why it morphed into being called SassClass eventually.
Love it.
So it started with just Facebook, just reaching friends and friends of friends that way, and then
Mhm.
I created a meetup group. Do you remember Meetup?
My gosh. Yes.
Yep. So, full circle moment, I closed my meetup yesterday.
No way.
Yeah. I had that group just, like, silently running in the background for all these years, wasn't really putting any attention into Meetup. I feel like it's not a big platform anymore,
Yeah.
and it's really expensive to have a Meetup group. It's, like, over $300 a year. Yesterday, I was just kinda going through my, like, recurring expenses and was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to just close this," and I it was, like, really sentimental, and I took a bunch of screenshots of it before I closed it because once you close it, it's just gone, it's deleted, disappeared
Wow.
forever. So I took all these screenshots just to have them, but that was the next thing I did after Facebook, and so I got, like, a trickling of people from Meetup back in
Wow.
the day, and a lot of it was, like, relying on word of mouth and just
Mhm.
returning recurring customers. Like, one person from Meetup could be a person who and was a person who, kept coming back.
Right. Yeah.
That one of those people from Meetup told me to start an Instagram page, which I reluctantly did, and then Instagram became our biggest marketing platform and has been
Wow.
ever since. So, Instagram.
It is crazy to me, like, listening to you talk, and I love this because everybody on the podcast is either brand new or, 7 to 10 years in, and I'm loving this because this guys, if you are listening, the thing that changes the most is different social media platforms. And I'm nailing this hard on the head because it is something that I really truly believe if you are not doing in your business, you need to start the minute this episode is over. This is why it's so important, and I will say until I'm blue in the face, that you need an email list. You need something that is forever yours because, Julia closed her meetup after what, 10 years? And it's like, I bet you still have all those emails from the people in the meetups. Losing that $300 platform, at least like you're still keeping them in your ecosystem somewhere else. Oh my gosh. Please tell me you do have an email list after I just said.
I have an email list. I'm not sure if the meetup people are on it, but yes, I do have an email list for that exact reason because I've heard people talk about how we don't own our Instagram like
Exactly.
followers. We don't own our Facebook followers, our meetup group. So it is important to have something that you
Mm-hmm.
do own, a way to contact people like if
100%.
if Amazon whatever services are down.
I'm so glad she brought that up. So we were supposed to record on Monday and Amazon was down. That apparently knocked out my whole entire server of recording that I didn't even know they were affiliated with Amazon. And it's so true. Thank you for bringing that up. So now we're recording a couple days later because it was completely shut down. And I don't know if you remember because at this point you had to be on Instagram. That a couple years ago when Instagram and Facebook shut down, and it was like everybody started freaking out and they're like, my following, my everything. And nobody really had email lists at the time. So that is where they like became like a thing when it was like, okay, we need to start an email list because we're literally losing everybody. And that's why it's just so important to keep everybody in your own ecosystem. And also, like, you don't control the algorithm. So even though, you could be following me, I might not even see most of your posts. And it's just unfortunate just because that's the way the algorithm is. So, yes, definitely keep it in your ecosystem. Okay. So you've been on for 10 years. You have these workshops and these classes. And I'm just like in my head, I'm like, I literally need to go and try a class. Now, so what has been over the past 10 years one of the most transformative stories that you have of somebody that's come in?
I mean, we've had transformative stories both of clients and also like instructors on our team. Like I've watched people, like one particular instructor comes to mind who I was the first studio to hire her. She's still on our team and she even like tells me this herself. She's always like, "Julia, like thank you for seeing my potential and like taking a chance on me and believing in me," because now she's huge. Like, she tours the world teaching, she hosts retreats in different countries, she sells out all her classes with us and everywhere else, and she's
Wow.
just still, like, so loyal to us because I took a chance on her when she was I think she was a 19-year-old college student when I first hired her, and so it has been so beautiful to watch her grow and grow on her journey as a dance instructor, choreographer, an inspirational figure, and, like, motivational kind of a speaker that she is, and it's been so beautiful to see that transformation in her and see her grow from, like, kind of a young adult into, like, this fully blossomed leader woman that she is out in the world now, and it's so that's kind of, like, one of several stories of people on my team who I've been lucky to see transform and grow. With
Wow.
clients, I mean, there's so many stories. I'm not, like, super involved in the day-to-day of the business anymore, so I'm not, like,
Mm,
physically there on site talking to the clients and getting to hear their stories firsthand.
mhm.
That's more of, like, a post-pandemic, like, change.
Yep. Yep.
Pre-pandemic, V1 of the business, I was there all the time, like, intimately connected to every single client, which
Mhm.
had its pros and cons, but there have been I've seen many, many students come through our doors who have never taken a dance class before.
Wow.
Through taking classes with us, have either launched, like, burlesque performing careers. Actually, someone on my team too, one of my admin, that's her story. Like, she started as a student at our studio.
Wow.
I was working the front desk one day because we had, like, no coverage whatsoever. I met her as she was, like, walking out of class. We started a conversation. I kind of just, like, offered her a spot on my admin team because I really needed support. We had just reopened after the pandemic. She joined my team, started taking classes even more regularly, and then started, like, teaching her own classes in her own kind of, like, goth alt style and became
Cool.
a burlesque performer, so it
Very
launched this whole thing for her, and she's still on my team. So, yeah, it's been an incredible kind of a confidence builder for so many women. A lot of women have moved from our studio to the more professional studios as they've grown on their dance journey because we are a beginner focused studio. Like
yeah.
I'm not gonna, like, dress that up or pretend that we're not. So some people at a certain point in their journey are ready to move to the other studios
Yeah.
where there is a more advanced level of instruction, and, like, I'm happy for them to move when they're ready to, because
Yeah.
that's not everything is our lane. At one point in time, like, I did want to also be the studio that, like, gives you the advanced level dance instruction, but I have a lot to say on that topic, but it's
Yeah.
just, like, a whole different level of clientele. They have a whole different budget to work with,
Mhm.
which is not necessarily the same as, like, a corporate career woman going to class after her 9 to 5 job has a different budget than, like, someone who's a dancer training to become a professional dancer,
For
and it's
sure.
just, like, different marketing to reach those people. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. 100%. And honestly, like, I don't wanna speak for all of New York, but I feel like with what I know, there's probably so many dance studios that are for the advanced and competitive, and, like, you being, the one that just a normal 9 to 5er can go to after work just to, like, have fun, and I think that is something that might have been lacking in the city 10 years ago, and, like, now you just are, like, a safe space instead of we're gonna transform your life and you're gonna become this, like, amazing dancer. It's like, no, you get to be here and just be happy doing something that you've always wanted to try, and I think that there's a lot of beauty in that.
Yeah, it's true. S Plenty of options for people who are looking to become professional dancers and get that, like, challenge in a dance studio and get that advanced level training, and actually, 10 years ago and today, we're still, like, one of the only, beginner-focused studios. Like, I'm actually surprised that I'm sitting here almost 10 years later, still one of the only. I don't know why, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing because I think, and we just talked about this on the podcast that released today for everybody listening. It's October 23rd. I think sometimes we go in with this picture of wanting this business to be the best. And the best for a lot of people that love dance is not beginners. The best is the ones that make it crazy. And you know what happened? You literally brought in people that became great because you were chasing a passion and helping people do what they love. And I really do believe in this line of meeting all of you incredible women is that when you are doing something of service for somebody else, it just works out in your favor. Like it just, you do have great people in you on your team. You do have these incredible, transformative, happy women that have a safe space to go to. And I applaud the fact that you believed so much in the beginners because I think a lot of people just see the end game of wanting to chase that thrill of being the best, and you were like, "No, this is the best." And I love that.
My teachers have had to be on board with that too, and that's like a hiring requirement for me because not every teacher is passionate about, excited about, or even willing to work with
Mhm.
beginners. And it actually takes a very special person and a very special skill set to be able. I honestly think, and like our instructors agree, it's harder to teach beginners than to teach those more advanced dancers. Like the more advanced dancers walk in and you just go like ga 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 and they like mimic exactly what you did. You don't even have to explain it. But to a beginner, like, sometimes they don't even hear the rhythm or they
Yeah.
physically cannot move that way, and you're having to explain it and break it down in such a level of detail. It's actually, like, so much harder to teach beginners.
I can imagine. I feel like it's like kindergartners when you, like, are going to school for the first time, and it's like, "Wait, what was that?" Like, "Say that one more time. I swear I'll do it this time. Like, show me one more time." And, like, that's exactly what I'm picturing. So, Julie, you have been in business for 10 years. What is your biggest piece of business advice for these moms listening?
I will say everything changed in the pandemic in a good way for me because it
Love it.
forced me to slow down and realize what was working and what was not working and not gonna be sustainable for me to keep doing. I was, like, a martyr for my business pre-pandemic. I had no social life. My whole personal life was on hold. I was really working like 80 hours a week, if not more. It was not sustainable. And the pandemic forced us to close our doors. And I had the chance to just like reevaluate, slow down, and think about what I wanted to do when we reopened. And some of the things that were taking up the most time for me were the least profitable parts of our business. And even though they were things that we were really well known for, like these certain programs that we were known for, these dance video programs, they were basically like music video programs that students could be in. They were really, really not profitable at all and taking up like 90% of my time.
Wow.
So I ended up scaling back on those, scaling up on the classes and the workshops. And our workshops still give dancers the chance to be in a video. So that's another cool thing we do. Like, even as a beginner, you can film a cute little video at our studio with a professional videographer.
Mean.
So, like, we still kept the video element, but in a way that was sustainable for the business to
Mhm.
actually scale and sustainable for my time. Um, Another, like, extremely important thing that happened was when I got pregnant in 2021, it forced me to start thinking about expanding my team so I could get things off my plate to take
Yeah.
some sort of a maternity leave. And delegating and hiring admin, especially, was
Mhm.
the biggest turning point. So that's what I would say is I get how that can feel like the scariest thing ever, and you could not even know where to start when it
Mhm.
comes to hiring. I was so scared to do it, and I felt like I had no idea how to do it, but you
Mhm.
just, like, have to. There's no other option. Like, you will not be able to scale or grow or step into the role of a true CEO in your business unless you actually hire and delegate. So that was critical for me.
Oh my gosh. And it's so true. Like, I love that you just said this. You will not be a true CEO basically without people under you. Like, you have this business, and if you're a one woman show, that is so hard. That is so hard. And we know, trust me, I mean, I can't speak for both of us, but I'm assuming she knows too. Like, in the beginning, it is hard to muster all the money to get your business up and running. We understand that. But if you can alleviate your time by hiring out even just one person to do the mundane things that really, free up your time to bring in extra money doing something else, it pays for itself. It literally pays for itself.
Yes, and, like, got really serious. Once I hired admin, I was like, "Every single thing I tell you has to be logged in a process document so that, like, forevermore it's in a process doc, so that whether you're my admin or whether I have to hire a new admin, like, we can just hand them these documents, like SOPs basically, and they know how everything's done." I'm lucky that my admin that I hired back then are all still with me right now, so I haven't
Wow.
had to go through hiring a new one. But yeah, like getting everything written in process docs so you can hand it over to the next person if you do have to hire for that role again. I like to make it really easy for myself, so I just screen record my screen and I talk over it, which is something you can do in Slack the first time that I need to pass a task off to someone, so I just literally, like, talk them through it as I'm clicking on my screen and as it's recording my screen, and I tell them, like, "Please turn this into a process doc." So, it's, like, the easiest thing for me because 'cause I'm literally just doing the thing. I don't have to do anything other than that. I don't have to, like, write anything down. I'm just doing the thing, but
Mhm.
recording it and talking it through, and then they turn it into a process doc that they can reference and someone new can reference if they have to.
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, I love Slack. I have Slack for the mompreneur table, and I don't think I remember life without it. I love Slack.
It is great, it is. I mean, the voice notes and the video notes, like, I love that about it.
It's just such a nice community feature. I love it so much. Okay, we are shifting gears because as much as I love learning about SassClass, you are not a one business woman. You also have little local magic. So now tell us about that.
I know. It's kind of a surprise that I have both because people who know me through SassClass, like, don't really know about Little Local Magic, and then people who know about Little Local Magic don't know about SassClass, so people are
Yeah.
always surprised. So Little Local Magic, honestly, going into this year, I just had an itch, like, to do something new, and I wasn't sure what it was gonna be, if it was gonna be a new branch or arm of SassClass, or if it was gonna be something radically different. I just knew I had this itch. And then in April, May, I was like, I don't know. I feel like it has to be something out here where I live now. Like, I no longer live in New York City. I'm not involved in like the day to day minutia of running SassClass. Like, right
Mhm.
now, I'm a mom of two really little kids. Like, my whole life is just about them and finding fun
Mhm.
things to do with them. And I enjoy that. And I thought, I don't know what I'm doing, but let me just create like a separate Instagram page and just see what comes of it. Like, I knew that I wanted it to have something to do with local cool things, like hence the local magic, like kind of like finding the magic in the mundane because I actually grew up in the same area I live now and I thought it was the most boring place ever. And this is almost my way of, like, making it my mission to make it, like, the most magical place ever, and it really can be once you start seeing it that way, like, there's actually so many incredible things going on all the time, and I'm sure any place is like that, it's not just this place, it's just, like, once you choose to start seeking
Yeah.
out the magic and finding those local gems and connecting with, like, local businesses and it
Mhm.
really can become, like, the most magical, amazing place wherever you are. It's like
Yeah,
the grow where you're planted kind of a mindset.
for sure. And where is Little Local Magic located?
I mean, I live in West Orange, New Jersey. So like, our reach is kind of like, I would say 30 minutes in any direction from West Orange. We definitely have a core base of moms right in the immediate vicinity, like the
That's awesome.
surrounding towns, but we've hosted meetups and events for moms, like, as far as 30 minutes in any direction. But, yeah, so I knew that I wanted it to be something about, like, local gems and the places that I go with my kids, but then I really quickly, like, realized I wanted it to be about building community too, because that's kind of like what I did with SassClass, and that's just kind of who I am naturally, and
Mhm.
selfishly, I wanna meet mom friends. Like, even though I grew up here, I don't actually know that many people that are still kind of right here or kept in touch
Yeah.
with people, so yeah, so it's basically it started in May, the Instagram page, and then in July, I started doing meetups, and the
Love it.
meetups, like, really quickly, I just went full out with that and kept adding more and more to our calendar because the summer was just such a fun and easy time to do as
Yeah.
possible and get outside. So now we're in our July, August, September, October. We're in our 4th we're, like, finishing off our 4th month of meetups, and yeah, that's what we are. I'll pause there just to see which direction you wanna
Yeah. So,
take
okay,
the
so
conversation.
this is so cool. So you started these local meetups, which you basically started on Instagram. Now, these meetups, are they free? Are they paid? Are you also making money from this?
So, it's a mix. Like, our 1st month in July, it was entirely, free, I think except for maybe, like, 1. And then in August, I think we started kind of like charging more, but we've always every month we have a mix of free and paid events, and some of them I make like a small percentage on, and some I don't. It just kind of depends on the way I work it out with the partners. But I pretty quickly realized like it's not really, I don't think I want to monetize through, like, I
Yeah.
think I want to monetize through my relationships with businesses.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to always either negotiate discounts for moms or get things for free for moms. So when I do partner with, let's say, like a kids art studio, like I try to negotiate a rate for our community that's lower than what they would charge for that class to the public
Mhm.
because I just think there's so many people trying to get moms money these days. Like as a mom myself, like everybody is, it's always like, "Okay, for this much, you can get this, and, like, you need this," and, oh my god, when you're pregnant, you need everything. Everything in the
Yeah.
world you have to buy, and you're getting targeted with so many ads, and so, like, I don't wanna be another company that's just, like, trying to get moms money, if that makes sense.
No, it absolutely does. Like, I'm telling you, you guys, I find like the most genuine great people, or they find me. And it's like, oh my gosh. And it's so true because we talked about this, we talk about this a lot. It's very hard to want to charge the moms because like you said, it's just crazy to do these things. And I really do think that you partnering with these businesses to get deals and That's great because obviously you can't get everything for free, but like if you're doing this art class and you're getting it at a discount, that you're really benefiting them because now they get to take this class that at a cheaper rate. So, oh my gosh, that is fantastic. I love that you're doing that. 100%.
Thanks. I'm still figuring it out, honestly. Like,
Yeah, for
I'm
sure. It's only
really just
4 months
kind of,
old.
yeah, I'm like organically just kind of seeing which direction things go in and how
Mhm.
moms respond and how businesses respond. Because I want to help businesses too. Like I really do want to I want it to be set up in a way that benefits everyone. Like for the
Yeah.
art studio, we're bringing new people to them and we're
Mhm.
spreading awareness of their business. And I always try to post like a reel or stories about the places that we partner with. So I really hope that we're bringing new clients to these businesses that we're partnering with, but then also moms are getting access to new places at discounts or free or just like exciting experiences. Like this month was the first month that we've kind of curated. Like tomorrow we have the Barnyard Bash. And that's kind of like our first almost like curated like event where it's like we have multiple partners and it's at a farm and it's more like an event than a meetup.
Very cool.
Yeah, just seeing what people respond to and
Yeah.
also what feels good for me. Like
Yeah.
I want to have fun doing this. Like I'm not trying to, put pressure on myself.
Yeah, this is more of a passion project. It's more of a way to make friends in motherhood and, not feel so isolated and alone, but at the same exact time, like provide value in your community. I totally understand. And you already have SassClass and you're running so much behind the scenes with that. So it's not about monetizing in the sense of all of a sudden like you're doing two full blown businesses. No, this is more of a passion project to be a part of your community. And I truly believe it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So, what has been the best marketing for Little Local Magic?
I mean, the couple times that we've posted reels that have gone like not even close to viral, but like viral for us, those reels those reels just bring in a trickling of followers every single day. So I can only imagine when somebody hits a real viral,
Mhm.
reel, they're probably getting followers from that forever. So those couple of like more popular reels that get more views are definitely a good source of new followers and new moms joining our community. And then just partnerships, like
Yeah.
partnerships with local businesses do bring more awareness to us as well. So when we're posting those collab posts with local businesses, but so far it's all been Instagram for us. Like I'm not marketing in any other way. I imagine that moms are probably telling other moms, but I don't really know because I'm not really asking people like, how did you find out about us?
Yeah. No, for sure. Now, you're only 4 months in. Has there been an event that it just did not go as planned?
Yes.
Okay.
So, there have been a couple of surprises where I'm like, "Oh my god, this one's gonna sell out," and then it was like crickets, and then
Wow.
I've been like, "This one's like, I don't know how this one's gonna do," and then it sells out. So, I'm trying to remember what was one that, like, nobody signed up for. I don't remember which one it was, but it was some sort of a kid's class, and I was like, "Oh my goodness," like, I negotiated us this like,
Gosh.
it's less than 50% of full price just
Wow.
for our group, like, this is so great, and then we launch it and, like, one person signed up.
No
Yeah,
way.
and I was so confused. I still don't know what happened, and then there have been other things, like, again, I don't wanna, like, say exactly which one, but there was one type of class where I'm like, I don't know that I would, like, be interested in this
Yeah.
class, but I'll put it on the schedule, and then it sold out, and so then we, like, launched it again, and it sold out again, and I was like, "Wow, okay, like, this is very interesting." Like, some of my kind of intuitive, you know, thoughts about things are not necessarily accurate.
Yeah.
So there have been some surprises, and then in general, I would say I've been kind of surprised that indoor play spaces haven't been more popular because, like, I love indoor play spaces.
Yeah. Me
Um,
too.
So I would think the combination of, like, a discount
Mhm.
and knowing that it's, like, a mom meetup would for sure make people sign up, but then I've been surprised that those are not our most popular meetups. Because for me personally, I love the idea of
Yeah, and maybe it's just because the weather still was warm up until this point, like, maybe they wanted to be outside.
it could be, but then I'm, like, seeing other things filling that are indoors. Yeah,
Interesting.
so that's been, like it's been interesting. I don't know. I don't have a conclusion yet. I don't have enough data.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're just figuring this all out right now.
Yeah,
So
I'm figuring this all out for the first time.
I love it, and I can't wait to continue to watch you figure it out. So I'm going to ask you my favorite question. What does being a money hungry mama mean to you?
So I knew you were gonna ask this, but I don't like to think about my responses to things before, but I knew you were gonna ask this, and the first thing that came to mind for me was it means, like, knowing your worth and valuing your time
Mhm.
and being willing to, like you don't have to be willing to do everything for free, right? Just your time is worth something and your energy is worth something, and that can have a monetary value. Like, it can cost something for you to spend time and energy on something.
Yeah. Time is money.
It is. It really is.
It is. And I think that it's like, I think the moms listening need to hear that sometimes because I think we always sell ourselves short. And it's like, oh, well, we don't want to charge too much or we don't want to. But guys, your time is money and you are worth something. So, if you are in this business and you love it and you're passionate about it and you want to do all those things, just never sell yourself short. And I keep hearing this saying, selling is serving. So if you have a product or a mission or something that is a value that could genuinely help people, it's serving them. So it's selfish to not tell them about your opportunities.
It's so true. I've actually thought that myself. Like, if you have something amazing that you've made, it's
Mhm.
like your responsibility. You owe it to the world to, like, tell the world about it. Like,
100%.
you need to tell people. And then also on the flip side, like, as a client,
Mhm.
sometimes I get, emails from businesses or I see an Instagram post and I'm like, "Man, that sounds really cool." Like, I don't have the time right in this moment. Like, I'm in the car or whatever driving. I can't, like, buy the ticket right now because I'm driving. And I think to myself, like, I hope that they email about this again before the event so that
Mhm.
hopefully I get that email when I'm, like, sitting down and can buy the ticket. And then I'm like, "Man, but what if they don't email again because they think that they're being too salesy?" And then someone like me is, like, not gonna have the chance to do the thing because I was driving the first time I read the email, you know?
Yep, yep, it's so true. There's so many things that I like and they say too for everybody listening, like it does take like at least 3 touch points for most people to buy. And you don't know why it takes the 3 touch points. Everybody has a different reason, but it usually takes more than one first, "This is amazing, let me purchase it." So don't get discouraged by one rejection because 2 times later that person may be buying twice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I actually need to do a better job with that with SassClass too. I feel like we announce something once and then we
Mhm.
just, like, let it simmer and see who signs up, and I'm like, "We need to start, like, really reminding people a little bit more."
100%, 100%, and people say that all the time, like, I got a message the other day like, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing this," and I was like, "What? I thought I talked about it all the time. What do you mean you didn't know?" So it's like, you never know when the algorithm is showing or when people are on and paying attention, like, you literally do not know. It's not annoying, it's serving. So just make sure that if it's something of value that you are super proud of, tell the world about it because nobody else is getting on that mountain and screaming for you.
It's so true. So true.
So, Julia, where can we support you?
I mean, the best way to find me is on the Little Local Magic Instagram page. I feel like that's where I live these days. It's almost become like my personal page because I just post like what I do and where I go. So that's the best way to find me. And I don't have a team on that yet. So like if you DM that page, like it's just me behind it. But
Love
then
it.
you can find SassClass at SassClass NYC on Instagram, but you will not reach me, thankfully, if you DM. You will be going through multiple admins before you reach me.
Gosh, the difference between 10 years and just starting, and
Yep.
that's just the glimpse. My gosh, Julia, thank you so much for being on today.
Thank you. So good talking to you. I really enjoyed this convo.
Me too.